Good day everyone, a very warm welcome to you. Thank you for joining me once again as we look at the Sega Genesis or Mega Drive, depending on where you are in the world. This one's called Williams Arcade Greatest Hits, which comprises of 5 arcade games. As you can see, there's Defender, Defender 2, Joust, Robotron, and Sinistar. Sinistar's the one I know the least. They say that they're true accurate conversions from the arcades, we'll soon see. Also come out on the Super Nintendo, PS1, the Sega Saturn, and DOS, and a few other things as well. Now, I've got a slightly sore throat, so we'll see if I can survive here, but the show always goes on, so I might sound a bit croakier and a bit deeper than usual. So we'll do Defender first of all. If you're familiar with these in the arcades, then you'll know what to do. I've been converted loads of times on different systems. This came out in 1981 in the arcades. Here we go. Let's see how long I can survive. Now, I control this little ship over terrain. In the top middle, there's a scanner scope, and we have to destroy waves of aliens. The aliens are trying to kidnap or attack, or been hit there, try and kidnap or abduct our people below, and we must stop them from doing so. If they kidnap one of the people from below and get to the top of the screen, they turn into some berserk crazy ship, and they're much more difficult to destroy, so don't let them do that. Right, so here they come. You've got some sort of like smart bomb as well. I think you've both got about 3 each time. So let's just blast their bottoms and get out of here pronto. Oh, I think one's got to the top there. You see a berserker thing there. So, you know, it's got a lot of inertia, this game. They're trying to kidnap one. Oops, and I tried to save the man, but did a kamikaze instead. If you've played this game, then let me know. You no doubt played it on some version, on some system. I've a game reviewed quite a lot of times before on all different things. Oh, let's try and... Oh, look, that guy falls to his death again, thanks to me. So, there's 5 games on here. They seem to offer good value, but we'll have a few goes on each one. What I liked most about that conversion was the sound. It seemed very, very accurate. Might be my imagination, but it seems to play slightly slower than the arcade game, but it probably helps newbies like me. But the sound is absolutely perfect. This is classic retro action, so if you want a bit of the arcade fun at home, it looks like this one so far would actually provide it for you. Other classics are Centipede and Asteroids, but that's not on this greatest hits. Maybe there was a volume 2. If there was, let me know and I'll certainly track it down. But yeah, I would have been quite pleased with this so far. If you played it on the Super Nintendo or the PlayStation 1, let me know. Now, it's one of those compilation things where really it should play more or less the same on each system because it's using some kind of arcade emulation. I don't know what the story is behind this. Anyway, we're in a ship. I'm a little bit unfamiliar with Defender 2. I think we might have reviewed it. Let's catch this person. Catch. There we go. Bonus points. So he's saved. Hooray for him. Like we saved at least one person. There's a berserker thing. Oh no. Yes, it's quite tricky to manoeuvre yourself here. And I was a bit unlucky the way the enemy generated also. Can we get past at least one wave of aliens to get you to the second wave? They'll get slightly more elaborate as you go through. I think that's it again. Shall I have another go? Well, you know, I was only going to have a few goes each time. Let's just one go for luck, and then we zip on to Defender 2. There's 5 games to get through here, so I want to get through all of them in some sort of level time. If you've seen this far into the video and you haven't already, please consider subscribing. A huge thank you to everyone that's subscribed so far, keeping this thing going. We're beating stress, we're having a bit of fun. It doesn't take itself too seriously, so how you would have found the game on your first or second go. We're doing enough there if you want to go back, and already I would say yes to this one, although it isn't the most complicated game in the world or collection of games. Massive thank you to the members who've got access to the members section, and you'll know what games are going up each week. Right, I'll use my smart bomb there, use my smart bomb again. Catch this fella. There you go, you're safe, sir. Don't get abducted again. Stay in your homes, everyone. There's aliens attacking the place. Stay in your homes. A classic game then, Defender. If you're into retro gaming or gaming in general, the likelihood is you've heard of Defender. This isn't new to you. It's inspired a whole lot of other games as well. I think the terrain is pretty much random as we go across. Might not be, actually. Right. Oh, kaboom, kasplat, kaboom. All hail the Mega Drive. All hail Williams. Or, I think this game might have been called, the collection might have called Midway Greatest Hits in some quarters. Williams Midway. Just dig those sounds. Dig them, baby. Right, this will definitely be my last go. And then we'll zip on to Defender 2 to see what that offers over the first game. Game over. There we go. So 4,875. Radios, Defender 2, Joust, Robotron. I'll have just one last go. quite addictive this. Maybe I'll end it. I don't know. So I spent miles too long on the first game. I won't play this long on every game, but I think this is the most known game of the collection. Joust we reviewed on the Spectrum under the name, well, a slightly different name. Can't quite remember it now. Anyway, go. Biff, biff, baff off, biff, baff, biff. Take that, alien. I'm desperate to get to wave 2. Maybe we'll do it. Very, very addictive, this game. Right, now, let's just line myself up with the scanner scope. You know where they're coming on, that white bit in the middle. Oh, that crazy, stupid alien. If you are a crazy, stupid alien, then comment below. It might blow your cover. Bam, bam, bam. Come on, come on, come on. That's it. Right, come on. Come on, come on, ship. Oops. There's just two of them left, or a few of them left. Just give myself some distance. Maybe I can get them. God, they're tricky customers, those. Alright, I've killed that alien. Right. Oh. Is that it? Now I've got one life left. This is your last life. Stand by for action. There's not too many. Come on. That's it. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Yes! Oh dear. Oh well. Oh well. Oh well. Go to hell. Boom. Game over. Right. Definitely Defender 2 this time. We got. You know how Defender works. That's a great conversion. That Defender 2. Now from memory, I think Defender 2 is more or less the same. So we won't stay here too long. But I think there's warp gates as well this turn. So the aliens look very similar. The sound is pretty much identical. You see the enemy on the your humans on the bottom of the screen. When you kidnap, we've got warp gates that walk to different bits. There's a few other different aliens as well. The scanner's in the same sort of place. So really, it's Defender Plus, isn't it, really? Terrain is like magenta instead of brown, although it looks like it changes colours every so often. Ships are slightly different colour, but more or less the same graphic. Biffed. So if you like Defender, you'll like Defender 2. Already I can say this is pretty much an accurate conversion than Defender as well. Moves more or less the same, if not identically. Lives in the top left again. Oh, I bumped into a round circular thing. Oh man, kaboomo. Yes, player 1 has set a new high score. Well done me. Right, okay, right, last go. There wasn't a Defender 3 to my knowledge. If you know different, then let me know. My voice is holding up quite well on this. So you would have been familiar, if you've got a certain age, you would have been familiar with these games down the arcades, where things started off a little bit basic. There was a lot of these sort of games, Pac-Man, Space Invaders, Galaxian, the Defenders of course, Robotron and Joust. And there wasn't any of your advanced game like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles or Street Fighter 2, that hadn't happened yet. It was at the very beginning, like phase 1 I suppose, before the game started getting a little bit more advanced. And then the game started being converted, most particularly on the Atari 2600, and the ZX Spectrum and the Commodore 64 and all the 8-bit type systems that were to come, basically trying to recreate the fun of the arcades from home. Did it kill the arcades? Well, not really, because the arcades still had the amazing sound and stuff. Volcano erupting, that's different. Oh, come on, die, Catherine. Why is that Catherine wheel dying? Maybe it's a magic Catherine wheel. Well, I haven't abducted any of my people yet, have they? So that's something. Boo, boo, boo. I'd have been extremely happy with this game. I mean, I've been playing this almost 10 minutes now. You might have to edit this down, Nicky. Yeah, okay. I hope you're enjoying the video. Chuck a comment below what's your favourite one of this collection as we go through. This is Joust. Now, if you don't know, we ride an ostrich, so it's different from Defender. And we must joust all the enemies that come up by landing on them. Right, we lost that one. If they bump into us and they're higher, we lose. If we bump into them and we're higher, we win. A lot of inertia on this game again. If you bump into your opponent, they turn into an egg. You must collect that egg before it hatches into a more deadly opponent. Right, hopefully I can do it at least once. There we go. So there's an egg. I got that straight away. Clear everyone. That gets to a new wave of enemies. Yeah, this is great. I never played Joust in the arcades. I never saw it there, but I have played reviewed like a Spectrum version since. I like that noise as he skids to a halt. Yeah, the best thing about this is the sounds, really. It looks like the arcade version, but as I didn't play it as such, I don't know how accurate is the gameplay. If you do, let me know. Slightly different levels. I think there's lava below us. Occasionally you can see bubbling on the right hand side and left hand side. The platforms disappear at some point when you get to a certain wave. So I've survived wave 2. All hail us. Go, 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 go. So this is a slightly different review. It's a review of 5 games, really. I think there was another version of this collection on a different system where it gave you an extra game as well, but I can't quite remember what that would be. But these are the big ones. Biff, oh, that was good. Bounce from one to the other. Collect the eggs. Don't let them hatch into a more deadly opponent. Basically, you keep hitting the fire button for your hype, so it's a bit like Flappy Bird in that sort of way. Oh, that's lucky. No survival points awarded. I don't think I did it all on one life. I think that was a problem. Right, I'll go. See, the platform's got slightly smaller, you see. We don't want to skid off the end, so it's getting more and more difficult, and there's loads of the fellas now. This is a joust of hell. Thy game is over. Oh, well. So, you know, if you want to joust on a big ostrich, then this is the thing for you. I don't think we have covered it on the Spectrum, actually. We covered it on... can't remember. We covered it on the Atari 2600 anyway. I'd have to go back. I'm like forgetting things in my old age. That's what generally happens. So, you know, level 1, you've got the whole platform. There's no lava below at all. So this is just getting used to the controls, this. Right, oh, and again... These very basic graphic games from the early arcades are very, very addictive, and I suppose that was the whole idea. They were designed to take money. I think probably the most advanced game which was to come first, debatable, was Track and Field. That blew the world away to a degree. But, you know, early 80s there. So Joust, yeah, so Defender was 81, Defender 2 was also 81, Joust was the next year, that was 1982, and as we go through the games, I think they get slightly later each time, finishing with Sinistar, as I say, which is the game I know the least. I can't recall that being converted on any system, but I'm sure it must have been if it was popular to be on this, so let me know. There we go, eggs away, wave 2. So you see the volcanic lava's turned up, folks. Here we go, next stage. Knock those ostriches off. I don't think ostriches are known for their flying, but in this they can. So maybe it's a different planet with different gravity. That'd be good, wouldn't it? Take a load of ostriches to a planet with low gravity, and all of a sudden they can fly. I don't know if that will work because of the air pressure. Maybe it might be a bit thinner, but you know, in theory it could work. See at the bottom there in yellow is my score, which you probably clocked, and next to it is how many lives I've got left. There's 4 there. We're yellow. Oh man, I got knocked off again. It's exciting and frustrating in equal measure, both at the same time. Biff, this might be something we can live stream at some point. I think we could have quite a bit of fun from this. Flappy, flappy, flappy. Right, see, now, you see the lava, the ledges? Oh, the ledges are slightly getting smaller. All off the end, you get fried like a KFC bargain bucket. Right, how many on? There's a lot of enemies on the screen. So the problem is, once you kill one, you might bounce off into the path of another one and get a lance up your bottom. If you have got a lance up your bottom, then comment below if it happened in a jousting accident. And when are you going to get it removed? Maybe from hospital. Now that egg should land here. It's not going to lava fly. Oh, stop! I love that bit where it screeches to a halt. Right. I think sticking down the bottom is probably the best thing to do. Eggs away. Oh, one egg did fall into the lava there. Yes, yes. One left. Yeah, this is like a good strategy. Stick down. Oh no, now occasionally a big pterodactyl thing turns up to end the day, but we got through that. So it's wave 4, and we've got no platform at all now. You can see, just straight lava either side. Woof, good. Right, that's 1. Got to get to that egg before it hatches. We have done. 250 points. That's good. That's good, 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 good. If you played any of these, as I say, share your memories below. Not necessarily on this collection, but down the arcade. What was your highest score? What was the most money you ever put into it? What was your longest ever go on one coinage, 10p or 10 cents or whatever, where it is where you are? 10 drachma. Right, come on, sir. Yes, 1982. Very, very old now. 40 years at time of recording. Doesn't time go by? Super first. Oh. Was there a Joust 2? Certainly not on this collection. Oh, God. There's a lot of frying going on, and I've been killed by a pterodactyl. It's eaten my bottom. Oh, God. I just want to get as far as I can on this. Yeah, it's amazing, isn't it? As I say, the simple games could really eat up a lot of time. Oops. exciting. That's it. Did you just do that joke, Nicky? I think I did, yeah. Right, let's get them all. I'm sure we've got a certain amount of time to get all these eggs in this bonus round. Right, okay. Enemies picked one up. Who's that guy? Well, he's dead now. We got him. Thy game is over. Oh, well. Defender 2, and Joust. Good stuff. So let's go on to Robotron. Oh, well, to give it his full name, Robotron 2084, 1982 again. Basically, I'm this guy in the middle. I must fire all these enemies that are going to come at me. There's humans walking around which you can rescue for super points, but it's a survival game. I've rescued him. There we go, so that's stage 1 done. I'm sort of aware of Robotron, although I've never sort of played it. There's a version of the Spectrum which I haven't done yet. So, you know, survive as long as you can, rescue him. I don't think those green guys, I don't think you can kill them. Avoid the obstacles. 2 stages done straight away. It's another game I've never played down the arcade, but I heard good things. This is a bit mad. I couldn't see myself getting too far on this one. They're all following me, they all hone in. I think there might be different weapons you collect as well. There's some power-ups here. I'm not sure those flashing boxes are power-ups I can pick up, or extra lives, maybe. Sometimes it's hard to see. Moves quite quick too. Mind you, what's that game a bit like the Running Man, I suppose. The book. Right. Oops, I've got clobbered. Oh, did I complete that? Well, that was pretty good going. Those flashing triangles might be power-ups. We'll soon find out. Oh, I got surrounded. He's surrounded. Yeah, the sound-wise, it does teleport you back to the arcades. We could be there. I'm playing on the machine. I put some money in. You're standing behind me, eating your bag of chips or whatever, saying, "Go, Nick, go." Look at that. That was a high score. 28,050. Robotron 2084. So when the year's 2084, it might be when you're watching this, if YouTube's still here, and I'll be quite old. 84, and I'll be 110. If I'm still making videos, then excellent. Comment below, and I might answer if I'm still alive. 110. That's tough going to get to. Maybe I need like Android parts at that point. Right, these 2 guys can die in their keep fit gear. It looks they must be crazy robots. They're Robotrons from the future. 1982. Biff, bap, bop, biff. Right, just shoot everything. It's a survival game, as I say. Survive as long as you possibly can. Rescue the humans. Avoid getting shot by everything. Avoid getting cornered. Just move around. There is a way to control the direction of your shooting. Let's rescue this fella. You're rescued, sir. And as I get a Shrike star, whatever it is, in the Goonies, which is not a very good end to the day. Biff. If you're liking your Mega Drive stuff, we reviewed quite a lot of games there now. Yeah, it's in a playlist called the Sega Genesis Mega Drive playlist, I think. If you click on my username, that'll take you to the channel page. Click on the playlist tab there, and they'll all be there, along with other systems too. Biff Bap Bob, man. Now, if you want to see every game that reviewed on the channel, there's a viewed games so far playlist too, which breaks it down to chunks of 50 on each system. Shall we have another go on this? What's the term? Maybe we need to move on. Yes, you got the idea of Robotron. Let's have a look at Sinistar now, the latest game of the 5 from 1983. Now, I understand you have to travel through space, blasting asteroids to get pieces to make some sort of defense system. At the same time, the enemy are trying to do the same to build a big robot called Sinistar, which will come and shoot you. Now, I find this a bit... The red things are the workers. I'm finding this a bit hard to control. Now, there's a scanner in the right-hand side. I think we need to blast those asteroids for the bits we need, the components. And I've been kaboomed by one of their sentries there. So they've made a little bit so far. Oh man, this is very hard to control. It's not seem to go in the same way as the joystick. The inertia here is the craziest of all of them so far. Let's just try and survive. Maybe something will happen. Apparently, there's some good speech in this if the enemies actually make the Sinistar, which comes a running. There's a bit of it. So you see, it's that big thing there in circle, and it will come after you if they make the whole thing. Again, if you've completed this, then let me know what happens at the end when the Sinistar comes after you. So you get a good selection of games on this. Defender 2, Joust, Robotron, Sinistar, bound to be one that you liked. My favourite of them all there is probably a Defender, just for the classicness of it. Defender 2 is nice to see, but it's more of the same. Joust is interesting. Robotron 2084, need to do it a bit more practice to get the most out of that one. And Sinistar at the moment is probably my least favourite, only because I know that one the least as well, and I'm finding it the most difficult to control. So it isn't the most instantly playable. It's probably a reason why they put it last on the collection, but, you know, they've done it in day order, so that might be the reason as well. The collection's out in 1986, but all these games are from the arcades in the early 80s, and it's a classic action. I don't suppose they took up too much room on the cartridge, so it was good to do. Could they squeeze another on? I don't know. If there was a Volume 2, not sure there is, what 5 games would you like there to be on? I mean, Centipede and Asteroids, they must be 2 of the ones you'd like to see, maybe. Put your collection of 5 you'd like to see there. My collection of greatest hits 2 would be blah 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 blah. Right, boom. Or let's just not cut it to that. Let's put modern arcade games. Say the cartridge could hold anything you want. My 5 would probably be Street Fighter 2 from the arcades, Moonwalker, that Turtles game, and probably 2 others I'll think of a bit later. Asteroids just for fun, and something else. Right, go. Maybe Super Hang-On from the arcade. Yeah, that'd be good. Yeah, there is a Game Boy Advance collection that covers those, I think, Afterburner, Super Hang-On stuff. But yeah, I'd like to have it on the Mega Drive, although all those games were released separately anyway, weren't they? Right, boom. Good to see these old school games. Love the old school games, and that's why we all like retro. You might be quite young and like these games. They're well done. Retro is pretty much the games you grew up with. What makes you feel happy? What makes you feel calm? The tendency be all online games now where you're trying to shoot the hell out of everyone, or getting blasted within 2 seconds. I don't want that. I just want to come in, blast stuff, not think too much, unwind, and have a good old time and talk retro nonsense. That's pretty much what this collection is. It's very warming. It's like a warm dressing gown you can come in and put on and feel instantly a bit better with a nice cup of warm tea. And that's what this collection gives you. All good conversions. Sound is absolutely magnificent. I probably wouldn't play Sinistar a great deal, but there's probably some tactics that someone could tell me below where I could get the most out of it. I think you have to bump into the asteroids really and mine what you can do. There might be a way of holding the ship up, but look at that. I just got too much bouncing. I'm being bounced around like a small ball in a pinball machine. Game over. Great stuff. I really enjoyed that. I really enjoyed it. So hope you liked having a look at that one. That was Williams Arcade's Greatest Hits by Williams in 1996. It comprises the great arcade games Defender, Defender 2, Joust, Robotron and Sinistar. There they all are there. Brilliant. If you've got any comments about these games, the collection itself, or anything retro, then please put that below. You're always more than welcome. Until next time, take great care of yourself and are very fond. Goodbye.
Goodbye.